Let's focus on some of the stories making headlines. I told you there's transfers galore. He has arrived and he looks beautiful in gold and black. Langelihle Phili.
Hey!
Yeah? The fans are happy now.
When relationships like that must last forever because
yeah, I know.
That courting was long.
It was
but
long.
Congratulations to Chiefs. They finally got their man.
Yeah, they got their man. It's I'm told it's a 3-year deal. I'm surprised actually that it's
only 3.
It's only 3, given the amount of work that they've put in. As you said, given Msimango should be leaving tomorrow sometime to go to the Cape Winelands to sign his new contract. I'm also told that's a 3-year contract as well. He'll join Gavin Hunt, Ashley Dupree. We've already seen him. He was in the matchday squad against Amazulu as well. Reunion with his former teammates out at Stellies. But yeah, Langelihle, I'm sure. I mean, he's been in pre-season. He was in pre-season with Stellies in Durban. He's fit. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's available against Golden Arrows in the MTN 8 on Sunday at FNB Stadium to make his home debut.
And I mean, this is. I understand the Chiefs move here. This is a young player.
Yeah,
21 years old. So a lot of football in his legs.
Yeah, was at the FIFA World Cup with coach Raymond Mdaka. I didn't see too much of him at the time, but obviously there were other players that were ahead of him in the pecking order. But yeah, let's see. I mean, Chiefs worked really hard on this deal.
Congratulations to Chiefs.
There was
director and the whole crew.
100%. There was some interest in Europe as well, but it's Amakhosi who got the deal over the line. I'll tell you who else got the deal over the line. It's Maghreb de Fès. The Botola Premier League champions have signed Tshegofatsho Mabasa. You know, it's no secret now that we know that after leaving Orlando Pirates, went to Stellies on loan for 6 months, and Chiefs were keen. I think perhaps when crunching the numbers around Tsego's personal terms, as well as the number of strikers that they already had in the team. I mean, let's count. It's Kanye Samayo signed on a permanent deal. It's Igodaro. It's Flavio da Silva as well. At the time, Ashley Dupree was still part of the team. Lilepo was still part of the team. There's Duba now who opened the season by scoring a brace. So you look at that and you wonder, Tshegofatsho at 29 with a relatively high package. I mean, Tshegofatsho was not going to settle for peanuts. You know, he would have wanted a big deal there. But I'm going to speak to his representatives sometime this week just for them to unpack exactly what happened, because there were conversations. I know for a fact that there was a conversation between Kaizer Chiefs and Tshegofatsho.
Wow.
But
that deal just couldn't get over.
Just couldn't get
because
off
also
the ground. Yeah.
We do know from having spoken to Durban City chairperson, who also made the call to Tshegofatsho Mabasa, that he said he'll play locally, but first prize is out of the country.
100%.
Him and Peter Shalulile.
100%. And I think these players, they might say that like we want to play CAF interclub football. I mean, Durban City have CAF interclub football. They won the Nedbank Cup, so they are going into continental football. So it's a matter of personal terms. Let's be honest. If Peter Shalulile leaves Sundowns and he gets a similar package at Durban City, he'll sign on the dotted line. You know, it's not about, no, my ambition is to play, I want to leave the PSL. No, Chief.
So you think it's a money thing?
To a large degree.
They didn't even speak to Durban City about money. He didn't even get there. They said, well, we're not interested right now. We're trying to leave.
I can't speak for Peter Shalulile, but I can tell you with regards to Tshegofatsho, 100%. I know for a fact that it was a money thing.
Chiefs weren't willing to pay that much.
And Durban City. Tshegofatsho was willing to remain in the Betway Premiership, but he was not going to settle for peanuts, that's for sure. And that's one of the other things with the Orlando Pirates, a renewal of his deal as well. You know, there was a time where he finished 16 goals, top goal scorer for the club, was second or third highest all-time goal scorer as well. And
second, because there was a couple of goals away from
Benedict Vilakazi. You know, and you would expect some, a thank you in terms of improved personal terms and whatever. And when it comes to those sort of things, once there's, the club and the players' camp don't see eye to eye, then you pull in different directions, and it leads to a parting of ways as well. But we'll have that story around Tshegofatsho sometime this week, as soon as he and his camp are available to talk after ironing out the details in the Botola Premier League. I wonder, with the CAF draw coming up, imagine Pirates or Sundowns or whoever being drawn in the same group as the Botola Premier League champions and Tshegofatsho coming back to South Africa. It's happened a lot. We've seen Coach Rulani facing Sundowns, Coach Pitso facing Sundowns, Khanyisa Mayo when he was at CRB facing Pirates. So it's written in the stars, I believe. An update on Tapelo Maseco. Go check that story out on sabcsport.com as well. He will not be playing for a Betway Premier. I'm sorry to break hearts, but he will not be playing for a Betway Premiership club this season.
He doesn't want to be here?
Sundowns prefer to do a deal outside of the PSL.
So we don't know what Maseco wants.
Maseco wants a fresh start, and I think given the type of World Cup that he's had, he wants to go abroad as well. But I mean, last week we did say that he's not going back to Cyprus because he wasn't getting paid the last 3 months of that 6 months cycle. There was interest, I can tell you for sure, from Pyramids. But you know how it goes. Sundowns hardly ever sell to former coaches and direct rivals in terms of.
As you say former, I'm trying to think who and where they've sold. Because they never sold to Pitso when Pitso wanted
they hardly sell.
Remember that Pitso Serino story?
They hardly sell to, especially on the continent. Maybe in the PSL, some deals here and there. They've often sold to Kaizer Chiefs, or when players leave on a free.
Yeah,
I think Castro was sold to Chiefs.
So many.
Kama was a free. Kama was a free agent, but Castro was definitely sold to Chiefs because he moved in January.
I think Mpela was also free. Torialba. A lot of them were free.
A lot of them were free, but the one I remember is Castro. Castro moved in Jan. He was definitely not for free.
Okay,
there was money involved there because he moved in the middle of the season. But there goes Tapelo Maseco and Pyramids. That's not going to happen. Not going to happen in terms of the Betway Premiership as well. So I'm told at the moment, what I'm hearing at Chlorkop is that conversations happening with Scandinavia.
Okay, wow. Scandinavia. So that's Sweden, Denmark, Norway, and then you can put Iceland and Finland in there as well as Scandinavian countries.
I mean, he went to Cyprus, so he can find a good team there.
Denmark would probably be the best of those. Really good league there.
Yeah, and South African players have done well there. Ri Zuma.
Yeah.
Rio van Heerden, Giftlings now is going to be a legend at Arus, having signed another new 5 year. By the time he's 35, he becomes a club legend, and Gifty loves Denmark. He's got a Danish fiance as well, so he's gonna.
Forget that guy.
And with a lot more on the transfer front as well, I can tell you that Chiefs are not done yet. They're not done yet, and from what I'm hearing, they are likely to go back to Stellenbosch.
Let's see, what are Chiefs signings this season already?
Ronaldo Lina, goalkeeper.
Ronaldo Lina,
Thabo Muloi, centre back.
What's the guy from Tanzania?
Adolf.
There's another one. Yeah, Mtasing was the fourth.
And then obviously Phili now. They've signed 4 players.
Okay. I mean, Kaiser then goes permanent. So that's the 5 players. Okay.
Yeah, 5 if you like. And then potentially there could be a 6th player, Faiz Abrahams. A lot of people might be like, Faiz who? But he's a winger, 21 years old, plays for Stellenbosch FC. Chiefs, obviously, if you look at Mfundo and Luke Bartman and Asanele Velebai, Langelihle Phili, the coach himself saying he wants young players as well to build.
So another winger.
So another, and it fits to what the coach said. He said he wants 2 wingers and potentially 2 strikers.
So then it's going to get to that Snawa number of players at the end of the season that were needed by Chiefs.
Yeah. So they've already got Phili. According to the coach, they should be signing 3 more. Okay. So Faiz is potentially, there's talks happening there, but from what I understand, not as far as, because obviously the attention had been on the Phili deal and trying to get that over the line. Now that's
I'm excited,
done and dusted, so let's see.
Aspiring Kaizer Chiefs. This has been said here, not by us, but by chairmen and coaches. And aspiring Kaizer Chiefs is good for South African football.
Yeah.
If it gets to the last day of the season and is it going to Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, and throw in another team in there as well that's a so-called minnow. This is good for our football. Kaizer Chiefs that's winning, that's doing well, is amazing for our football. So one can only hope that they get it right.
100%. I'm going to let Tatana take over now. But before then, let's hear what Coach Abdeslam Wadu says about Coach Hugo Bruce, who is leaving Bafana Bafana officially now and is going to retire, be with his grandchildren. And we wait to hear who takes